Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Hi, I'm Dominic from Mixed Kid Fridays, and do you have this problem? Now that you've broken into my apartment, I feel like it'd be a good time for us to learn how to play a song together. Summer Song by Mixed Kid Fridays is not available on any tab website, but you know what it is available on? YouTube. And we're gonna give you the breakdown on how to play it. All right, cut it. Whenever you're ready. So this is just a disclaimer. This video is not intended to be an instructional video for beginners on how to play guitar. This is how the song is played. It's mostly intended for intermediate to expert guitar players. So don't be frustrated if you don't get it on the first go. We're just gonna show you how we play this song. In order to do this, first you're gonna need a guitar. Second, you're gonna need a amp. We recommend Blackstar's small practice amp. These guys actually make the best practice amps that you can get on the market. We're not endorsed by Blackstar yet. It doesn't actually have to be electric. The solo might be difficult on an acoustic guitar. If you're good enough, you can do it. Blackstar makes bigger amps. And you know what? We're not endorsed by Blackstar. All right, guys. So now we're gonna get to the actual details of the song. By the way, we're also not endorsed by Sierra Nevada yet. This is the intro to the song. We're not endorsed by Blackstar. I'll go slow for you here, but the intro is in D flat, which means that your bird finger is gonna go right there on the 9th fret. Your index finger is gonna go right there on the 8th fret on the A string, the top 2 string. Actually, bottom 2 strings, but I always call them top 2 because I don't say things correctly. That's where you're starting. Once your fingers are there, what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your pinky, or I mean, if it's more comfortable, use your ring finger, but I like the pinky, but you're gonna go. So right there is the change in the chords. So what you're doing is you're putting your pinky on the A string there at the 11th fret. And now we're gonna move to the second chord. The second chord is that weird C flat 5. Once you're at this spot, you're gonna, again, use your pinky to walk. So I'll show you. So the beginning was, now we're here. So now you're using your pinky and your ring finger to walk the A string from 11 to 9 to 8. You might notice at this point that the lighting is different. Instead of being drunk, now I'm just hungover. It's daytime. Oh, this video took way longer than I expected. So the next part is gonna be down to a B flat. A B flat is right here at the 6th fret, and your harmony is gonna be right there at the 8th fret. So what we have so far is this. Down to the B flat. We're gonna use our pinky to go to the 9th fret on the A string, right there. And then the obvious move is down to an A flat, which is, so right there we're walking from, we're holding basically a power chord of the A, and then you put your pinky on the 8 on the A string. You walk down to that. So you're just gonna walk those 3 frets. So here's the whole thing put together. The thing to remember about this is the overarching, this is what the entire song is. You're walking from so that's gonna be a D flat D flat to a C to a B flat to an A flat. Except for, I mean, there's one part where that doesn't happen, but we'll explain that later. Now, the beauty of it is that once you've got that down, you've basically got the whole song. So once we go back into the lead part for the intro, it's going to be those same notes. You're just not going to play them as chords. So here at that D flat, you're going to do... That's a little bit of a bend there, so you have to make sure that you're ready for that. Yeah, but it's the exact same notes. Nothing changes. And everything's going to stay the same as you walk down. So let's just go through that intro right there. So if you remember, so instead of hitting all of the notes, you're actually just going to bend to make them a little bit more meow. That's the lead guitar part. There are two guitar players in this band. That means that the rhythm guitar is going to be doing something different. B flat. And then the next one is a little bit weird because this one is... Oh, So you're at the C, which is the 8th fret on the E string. And then it's also going to be a flat 5, which means that it's going to be the 9th fret on the A string right there. So we're doing this. And then you walk down to the 6th fret. It's going to be a B flat on the E string. And that's a regular power chord. So these next two are going to be regular as well. So this is a... And then you just walk a whole step down to the 4th fret to A flat. So here's the chord progression without the lead over it. And the lead is doing... Now that you have the intro, here's the verse. It's the same! You have most of the song down at this point, but the only part of the song you don't know yet is the pre-chorus. So what happened there was we went to a G flat here, but it's still just a power chord. So it's just G flat. You're palm muting it, and then you go from that G flat to an F. So you're just going one step down. And then you're going to go to individual notes. Now we're going to go to B flat, A flat, G flat, and then F. So here's the whole thing together. And then right here we go to the G flat, but walk it up to an A flat. And then that's where we go straight back to the regular chord progression, which you know is a D flat starting. So let me just show you that we go back to... We're not endorsed by Black Star yet. All right, guys. Now here's the hard part, the guitar solo. The first thing to note is that when the solo starts, the chord structure is starting at the pre-chorus. The first note of the solo, so it's right there. It's actually it's the 4th fret of the D string, and it's because of this. So that means that we're gonna do this. But instead of just going straight to it, we're gonna actually have a hammer on from the sixth fret. But we immediately go back up here. This is a diminished type of scale, so right there to the 7th fret. So we're starting on 4, hammering on 6, pulling off, going to 3. So we're on the 6th fret of the B string and the 8th fret of the G string, but you're gonna bend the G till it meets the note of the B string. So, all right, from the beginning there, we go. All right, after that, there's a little bit of nuance. It's gonna be, so that part is it's a little difficult to explain, but it's not that bad. It's just, so you have to do this little maneuver here where you let the note go and then also pull off with your ring finger. So yeah. And then at that point what you're doing is you're pulling off and then you're also hitting the B string again. Hitting that string again, but now they're not the same note anymore. And then you go there. On the D string, you're gonna go to the 7th fret. It's, again, a very diminished type of note. And after that, you're gonna repeat the first part. But now we're gonna do a bend on the B and E string here. So we're gonna go to the 6th fret on the E string and the 9th fret on the B string, but you're gonna bend it to match. And you're just gonna walk up a minor scale, basically, a pentatonic scale. So to 9, you're gonna walk your index finger to 9 and then just keep this in the same position. And then to 11, so. Now this last part's a little tricky. It's just basically you're doing that bend from the B to the E string. And it's gonna be just a little bit of like kind of flicking your fingers, sort of like, wait, shit, sorry. So you're doing a flick on the E string from the 6th fret to the 9th fret. And it's gonna be sort of a walk down, like, you have to land your ring finger blah, 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 on the B string at 9. So, and then you pull off to, or you actually don't pull off. You actually pluck it, the 6th fret. But I mean, it is something that comes with just experience of playing. And then right there, you're gonna land your bird finger on the on the G string there at the 8th fret. And then you come back to the E string, and then to the E string at the 6th fret, and then your ring finger at the 9. So overall, it'll sound like this. So what happens is your left hand is going to be doing this the entire time. Index finger is going to be on the bottom E string, or I guess top technically E string at the 1st fret. Middle finger is going to be the 2nd fret. Your pinky is going to be the 3rd fret. And you're going to be doing this. That never stops. The kind of difficult part is that you have to do a walk down with your right hand. And I like to use a pick because I have sensitive little hands. I'll show you what the melody actually does without the left hand even doing anything. So it's... Oh, whoops. But we're going to be just basically hitting the guitar with the pick. Start at 13, go to 12, sorry, 11, 9, 8. I mean, yeah. We're gonna go to 6, but once you get to 4, this is where it gets a little bit weird, because since your left hand is doing this, it means that once you get to 4, your pinky and your pick are gonna meet up and it's gonna be weird. So here's how I do it. Oops, sorry. And then right here, I do a double tap. And I walk the double tap back up from 4 to 6 to 8. And then you repeat that, except for on the second go, you do something a little bit different. And then, yeah, you go down to the 8th fret. That's how far you make it. But then you go back up here. Yeah, no, 14 and 13. You go to 14, 13. Do it again.
Action.
Wait, I f***ed it up because it's hard. That wasn't easy. No one ever said that I was a good teacher. But now you know the song, so let's go through it from the start.
Pack your bags, we're heading to the coast. We'll leave behind the snow. When we'll come back, I don't know if we'll come back. We'll follow lines and traffic signs until we find a place to go. When we'll come back, I don't know if we'll come back. We've been here far too long, yeah, let's hit the road. We'll find a town to settle down that's not so cold. And we want it to be gone, so here we go. It's so hard where we all want to go. And so what if we don't make it home? Drop you down, there's no room for it now. It's too late to return. Let me show you what I see and teach you all. Leave the road, let's travel to the old. We're following the crowd. If the tune's not loud enough, then turn it down. We've been here far too long, dear, let's hit the road. We'll find a town to settle down that's not so cold. And we want it to be gone, so here we go. It's so hard where we all want to go. And so what if we don't make it home? We've been here far too long, dear, let's hit the road. We'll find a town to settle down that's not so cold. And we want it to be ghosts. We want it to be ghosts. We want it to be ghosts. So here we go. It's so hard where we all want to go. It's so what if we don't make it home? It's so hard where we all want to go. And so what if we oh, oh.